Hello everyone, welcome back to Annette's Kitchen Cooking for One. I know it's been a while since I've been on, about a week, or somewhere around about that. And as you saw, I was wearing my mask. Of course, at home I don't have to wear the mask, but things are continually changing in the state that I live in and with my job, and they're requesting that everyone that's outside, if you're outside of your home, to wear a mask. Of course, there's a lot of people that are marching and protesting and refusing to wear a mask. You know, that's their right or whatever. That's what they say. And some people have even been saying that the virus isn't real. I can see maybe they feel that way if they don't know anyone personally that's been impacted by it, or if they haven't had anything happen with them. But I know several people who have personally been impacted by it, and one person who has died. So, you know, for those people that think that it's all a fairy tale or made up or whatever, there are people that are really being impacted. So when I wear my mask and I'm out in the community, if I'm walking in the community, on the bus, at work, if I have to go to the grocery store or something for my essential needs, when I wear it, I'm protecting you and I'm protecting me. I think we should both protect each other. I know some people say that the reusable cloth masks don't really do anything, but actually, any amount of protection is better than no protection at all. And these cloth masks, if you cough or if you sneeze, or if you potentially have the virus and you don't even realize it, you're protecting others from getting whatever little germs and stuff that you have. Because more studies have come out, and now they're saying that when a person coughs or sneezes, those germs can be projected even further than what was originally, thought. And, I get it, people just really are tired of all this. But the best way to flatten the curve is to do the social distancing, 6 feet or more, or 2 meters, depending on what country you're in. Stay at home whenever possible. If you have to be out, if you're an essential employee, or you have to be out working or doing whatever, try to cover it up. You can cover it up with a mask. There's plenty of videos here on YouTube that show you how to make the mask. You can buy the paper masks if you want to. You can use a bandana and tie it, or scarf, or tie it, whatever. People are even making masks out of socks. So, just out of respect for other people, let's just cover up. You protect me, I protect you, by us both being respectful and covering up, whether it's be for work or just in general while you're out in the public and you're around other people. Cover up, please. Vice President was here in my state a couple of days ago, went to the Mayo Clinic, and he did not have a mask on, even though he was notified in writing before that to have a mask. Please wear a mask while you're here, and everyone there had a mask on. I can't even explain his behavior, and I just can't. It's the Mayo Clinic, but that's the choice that he made. And even though he said, I'm fine, I've been tested today, we know now, not to put him down, but we know that the virus can live in a person. It'd be in an incubation type period for up to a couple of weeks before a person even starts showing any symptoms. And you can always go to the CDC website for more information. You can go to the World Health Organization website for more information. YouTube has links to those websites, so there's always a way to get more information about that. And I'm just saying, no matter who you are, nobody's too big, too great, that they can't be impacted by it one way or another. And then when you lose a loved one, then you realize just how real and how serious it is. So I hope people are taking this seriously. I know not everybody will. There's a lot of people out protesting, they're out in the streets because they just want everything to go back to life as normal. But if we haven't even flattened the curve, how's that going to happen, really? Now, I believe it's Sweden that has flattened the curve already. And you know how they did that? Self-isolating, social distancing, and wearing a mask when they're out in the public. And they've already flattened the curve, and their death rate has been dropping. Now here where I live, it's still on the incline. Every day it's going higher and higher. And there are other states as well where it's going higher and higher. You know, and I get it. People want to eat, they want to shop, they want to do different things. They don't want to be stuck at home. So let's just do things in a proactive way and a wise way. And I wanted to share something else before in this video. You know, this has been difficult on the food industry. Very difficult on the food industry. You know, some grocery stores are opening earlier for senior citizens to come in and get their food, and other ones, like, you know, the market where I shop at, it's the building that it's in is closed, because mine is more like an international type market. But if you call and you order and you pay through some online pay, then you can arrive and pick up your food at the door and be able to take that with you. I was really concerned about what was happening with the farmers markets, because when I'm not doing my day job, I entertain the young people at the farmers market as well. I'm a food clown, you could say. And in my state, in my community, the farmers market is opening tomorrow. Going to be opening tomorrow, and it's the beginning of May, so it goes May through October. I thought it wasn't going to open at all, but it's open with a lot of limitations. Number one, everyone that goes to the market has to wear a mask. Mask, bandana, something needs to be tied right there, and only one person per household is able to shop at the market at any time. And they have it set up so that it'll be social distancing, so that there will be 6 feet or more of space between the people that are shopping. One-way lanes down each aisle at the farmer's market. If someone is buying hot food, a hot prepared food at the market, they can buy it, but then they have to leave. You know, they're not going to let people just sit there and eat and talk. And I really enjoyed the farmer's market. I've enjoyed it for years because I love having the fresh produce, number one. Number two, it's a social time for me. I get to see my neighbors and my community members, and we laugh and talk and share a good time while we're getting our good fresh produce and eating healthy. But for now, this year, you know, people have to purchase their items and leave right away. They're having hand washing stations set up around the market. There's no ATM available for people to use, so either you have to have cash in hand or a credit or debit card that they can use in one of those squares to pay their food for their food, and they have to bring their own bag. And when they bring their own bag, which I usually carry a reusable cloth bag, because we had an ordinance come out a couple of years ago here in Minnesota that, you know, that was coming underway. And so last year, at the market, they said, you know, requested that people bring their own bag whenever possible. And if you didn't bring your own bag, you're charged a nickel. So these are some things that are happening in my great state of Minnesota. I don't know how it is where you are. And if your market hasn't opened up in your community, I hope that they might take some steps like these that I just mentioned so that you're able to get some fresh produce. If that's not the case, try to stop by a hardware store with your mask or your bandana on and see if you can get some seeds, get a little soil, and maybe you can do some indoor gardening. You can do some hanging tomato plants for some little cherry tomatoes, or strawberry plant, or you can grow some garden herbs indoors. You know, chia has those things, and there's some other indoor gardening things that are like that. But thank you for joining me today. Oh, another thing. Yesterday, I had so many eggs and I thought, boy, I just really don't want my eggs to go bad. So I pickled these eggs. Pickling eggs is easy. You either boil them on the stove or you can put them in the air fryer. If you put them in the air fryer, you want to have your air fryer set at 240 degrees and cook for like 16 minutes. Depending on the type of air fryers, because there's so many different brands out there, it might show like little brown dots on the outside of the egg. The egg is still fine. It's just that you have to figure out if that's time amount is enough, or if the temperature has to drop down a little bit lower than that. But your egg won't be burnt in on the inside. It'll actually be absolutely perfect. So you can air fry your eggs, and when they're done and it beeps and it goes off, you can either let it set and just cool off on its own, or you can pour those eggs right from the air fryer into a bowl of ice water, and it'll help them cool down quicker. Peel that skin, peel the shell off of the eggs, and have like half a mason jar full of vinegar. Drop the eggs in and put the lid on. And those are good until you know, for quite a while, until you're ready to eat them. This is like the eggs when you go into the old country store. There used to be a country store in North Carolina, in an area that they call Dark Branch, that they would have a huge jar of eggs, pickled eggs like this. That store is called the Gator Hole. It's been a while since I've been there. But, you know, this is a way that you can preserve eggs, especially if you have a lot of extra. So if you have extra, you want to do that and preserve them. And then you don't really even have to refrigerate them. You can leave these out, and then you can keep your other eggs in the refrigerator. But this is a good way to have something extra that you can eat. And if you're dieting or you're trying to watch your cholesterol, when you're ready to, you take one out, rinse off the extra, you know, vinegar off the outside, unless you just like that taste. And you can always peel the egg white off, and you can eat that if that's how you like to do it. If you're under various diets or whatever, you can do whatever you need to do. But you have some eggs that you can use with some salad. You have some eggs that you can have for quite a while. A few years ago, there was that egg shortage. Sorry, my clock is like chirping because that's the kind of clock I have. It sounds like birds. A few years ago, there was an egg shortage, and it was a difficult time, and there were restaurants that everything was focused on the egg, and people were starting to freak out. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't have any eggs. If you have some that are pickled, you're good. You know, doesn't mean you have to eat them all at one time, but at least you'll have that. And, you know, it's good to be mindful and take care of those things. So, I'll cut this video off because I'm kind of rambling on now. But I hope that you're doing good, taking care of yourself, eating well, and taking the time to breathe. Take some time every day to touch your face, which I know sounds weird, but now that we're in this whole phase of not touching your face, do some self-care. Early in the morning, or in the afternoon, or whatever time suits you. Put on some soft music. Take off your glasses if you wear glasses. And take that time to touch your face slowly. Do that several times. Touching your eyes. Long, smooth strokes. Small circular motions next. And you can lotion your hands or put a little Vaseline on your hands or whatever if you'd like to. After you've done the circular motions all around, especially at the temples, then you can go back and do some light tapping all around your face. Take another deep cleansing breath and have a wonderful, wonderful day.